Hi everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Today I'm going to show you about the powerful tool in MotiveWave when it comes to backtesting. I'm going to show you the do's and don'ts that I'm seeing so far. What you're looking at are the OANDA data for both Forex and CFD. I'm just testing out the standard RSI strategy out of box from MotiveWave. So I've done a back test starting in August. I want to show you which are the most profitable and the big losers when it comes to the back test. So here, if you were to combine both the back test of Forex and CFDs, you can clearly see who the winners are. So this is Forex, okay? So if you were to just focus 100% on RSI and the crosses on long and short, on RSI data 70 and 30 being your buy or long and short, here's the results. So here's where you would have done okay in the world of Forex. USD in Mexico, $3,400. This is again starting in August till today on November 25th. So USD franc, $323 in profit. Then you would have had euro against the pound at $1,700. So you can clearly see I can break out the metrics, the reports, the periods, all that. But when you look at things like the CFDs, like the NASDAQ 100, you would have gotten 9,572. France, which I have been reporting has been doing really well, you would have been up 5,900. You would have been up here, incredible amount of money on the SPX 500. From what I'm seeing, $1.239 million. That is mind-boggling. So, what do we take away from this lesson? If you were to just again do simple RSI, and just focus only on the winner, SPX 500, you would have clearly paid off your house in no time, depending upon your starting. But you can see here, the performance has been so stellar that when you combine all the trades, average winning trade at 309,000, largest winning trade at 921,000. Number of trades a day, and this is using daily data, 0.062. Profit per day at 19,000, and profit per month $571,000. Just mind blowing. So that comes up to the next big question. This strategy, as simple as it is, why would you focus on other assets when they become losers? This is what I really like about this tool, about the backtest, because not only do you have the ability to see what is profitable, just looking at the strategy itself, but also where you should deploy your capital so that you can maximize the profit. So you don't have to put in a bunch of money on, let's say, the USD against the Swedish krone when it would have brought you a loss of $6,800 or USD in Norwegian at $7,300. So if you were to put money on the BCO USD, that's the Brent crude, you would have been down 108,000. But if you just focus only on the SPX 500, you would have made a boatload of money. So when you look at the charts, here it is. Again, from August, it has gone from roughly 2,800 to 3,100. So it's fairly detailed, one-day chart. So these are the takeaways I want you to walk away from. So there was no drawdown, 7 executions over that time period, and I'm just kind of blown away on that. So let's just see the trades themselves. Here they are. These are the 2 big ones that you would have done on a sell there. That would have taken place, I guess, September 24th and a sell on November 22nd, you would have made 921,000. So let's go back to the chart. I don't know what the or it doesn't look like there's a overall P&L for this, but I don't know what the starting would have been at. But this is what we call monster trades, and that's pretty good. So let me save this trade here. So I'm going to call this RSI. Now again, I'm using Oanda data, so I'll call this RSI backtest, just as this is a backtest. So that's what we call the RSI backtest. So now I can go back here and open it. Okay, so that's cool. But now I'm going to edit it. I'm going to walk you through how it works. So if I know that this strategy does really well on those just 2 trading days, what happens if I do what we call a walk forward? You know the guy who came up with that. We talked to him or have talked to him. And again, we're just doing RSI with RSI strategy, which is out-of-box strategy that you can get from MotiveWave. This is all in the Ultimate Edition. So let me just go through the different tabs here. So all standard on the guides and all that stuff. The instruments, I've included the Australian pairs, Canadian pairs, CFDs, the Euro, and the USD. The data, 1 day, bid ask midpoint. Again, the time period from 8/24, August 24th to today or yesterday, November 24th. Optimized periods for 60 days, walk forward for 30 days. Just standard. Let's see what happens. So we have an execution. So there's our initial starting capital, $100,000. So when you look back at that time period on the back test, we would have done really well just on 2 trading days. The optimizer, max result, this is just all standard stuff. So nothing to get all crazy about. But we're going to rerun this, and we now have a walk forward. Okay, so now we're using the same strategy, but moving ahead and seeing what we could come up with. With a walk forward, yeah, it's nowhere close to what we're seeing here. Very little profit. So there were times and periods where you could have done really well running this strategy for those 2 days. But here we're not seeing them on the walk forward. It's nothing, but what you could do is using the same strategy, but if you were to deploy new capital, you could redeploy capital and just say, look, I've gotten now the highest profit it sees doing this walk forward is, and that's between starting time of October 23rd to the last trading day on the 21st of November. We could have had BCO, Brent crude oil would have been, looks like the most profitable. And that's the momentum is building, moving forward. So if that's the case, then maybe we would deploy capital on these 2 because they appear to have the highest potential on Brent crude and USD. And again, there's just so much potential what I'm showing you here with this backtesting facility. Just on the charts here, you could go deeper into this, as you know, on the reports. So that was an $8,000 day on $100,000 capital. 2,500 on November 21st. That was a big spike. So I'm not here to tell you to trade RSI. What I'm trying to tell you is that these tools are really beneficial. So there's that, using Oanda data. So that tells you that there are There are potential strategies out there that are very, very, very basic. You can make like a lot of money. I mean, there's some luck involved, obviously. So let me go back to the home here. So what I've done is we've got the study, which I showed on Friday, the RSI, BBW, ROC. So we're combining the RSI, the Bollinger Band width, as well as the ROC rate of change. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and created this new strategy mimicking as best as I can for now, and this is my first version of it, of this strategy now from the study that I made on Friday. So let's look at what it will look like on a back test. So if I go back into the chart, okay, the optimize, which is where the back test lives, and I create a new back test on this strategy. I want to show you something. This is really important because this is now my metric now. When people, I've had 2 people come to me on the weekend asking about strategies and trading ideas. If you're planning to do that, you need to type up the trading rules without a doubt. You have to tell me what your trading rules are, your indicators you're using, and what conditions that you'll trade under, and the amount that you'd be willing to risk on each trade, and why, and the logic. One complaint was it takes too much time. What this guy wanted me to do was to go out, converse with him online, and I come up with all the trading rules, type it all up myself, and then plug it into MotiveWave and see what happens. So that is a good screening process. If you're not able to want to type up your own trading rules and complain it's going to take too many hours, why would I waste my time on your trading idea where I don't get paid for it? So screw it. And then the next thing is I would expect you to type up trading rules in order for me to look at it, so I can build the all of this stuff that I'm building and showing you, and run it through a back test, run it through a walk forward to see if there's any potential with it. And if not, there's no potential in it. And no matter what you read or what you watch online a lot of these idiots are not going through this process. And the other thing is, when you're coding up your own trading ideas, as I have, and not going through this process, you would have saved yourself a ton of time. So let me show you what I mean. So we're going to do a back test on this regarding the Forex with the same time period to show you that there is potential to make money there. But the same data, everything's the same. So what we're doing here, same RSI on the guides of 70, middle of 50, and 70 on the RSI. The RSI period's 20. I'm going to use daily data. And there's some other tweaks I have to put in here regarding the rate of change, the BBW, setting the standard deviation specifically, standard deviation being 2, because that's where, if you're using traditional Bollinger bands, that you probably want to do a long and short when the standard deviation is more higher or lower than the standard deviation of 2 for that extra move. So it's a whole combined effort here of three combined indicators. Some trading options here. This is just for the trading, standard trading lots of 1. And let's see what happens. So here I'm going to pick off all the same pairs with the CFD, Australian, Canadian, CFDs, Euro pairs, pound pairs, as well as the USD. So we have 37 instruments to choose from. Go to next. Now I'm going to do the same period starting August 24th, and everything's the same. See what happens. So 100,000 starting capital, and let's watch it. Guess what? No trades take place. So what does that mean? Either the combined indicators that I'm using are of no use. There's no trade opportunity here on daily data. Or the coding's wrong. or there's a combination, or maybe it's just the strategy itself is useless, that there's just not enough trading conditions or trading opportunities over this time period using these indicators for this time period of daily data. So let's go back in again and try something new. It could also be the Forex is the wrong asset class. So I'm going to try here RSI, BBW, ROC test. Okay. So we know the back test is not going to work, so it's not going to work on the walk forward. So let's try some new stuff here. So the bar size I'm going to change. I'm going to make it 15 minute. Let's see if that makes any difference. Everything else stays the same. Okay. So I'm going to change and lower the time period. So it takes a little longer to run because it's a lot more. But you can see how easy it is to make these changes on the fly, get results really fast instead of running it through some coded up methodology. Again, there's no opportunities here. So what do I tell you? Okay, so does it mean my strategy is no good? I can't say, but it's to tell you that there's no trading opportunities with the currently way it's coded up, or the combined strategy is of no use. I don't know, but that's what we have to focus on. So I'm going to pause, load it up again using crypto and see what we come up with. Okay. As I said, we are now have shown and proven it works, and there is trading opportunity in Forex. Hi everybody, welcome back. So now we're doing crypto compare. This is using crypto compare. Now I'm a little new to this, so bear with me. One thing I want you to be aware of is that if you go to crypto compare and you look up something called GDAX or something to that effect, we come up with I'm not sure if this is a website or an exchange for all the top crypto compare cryptos found on this index website, whatnot. Because I want to show you something here. So again, I'm in the back test or the optimize. So now we're going to do a back test on same as I did in the Forex RSI. So we know Forex with RSI, there is trading opportunities. So I'm doing this RSI with RSI strategy. Okay. Doing a back test, standard. So now what I'm looking for is this GDAX group of instruments. So what that is, from what I see, I'm not sure if this is related to let's see if this will load up. So it's basically a website of top 10 cryptocurrencies and some fiat as well. So it's a combination of those. So it's 12 instruments. So let me just load those in. Same period as before, August 24th to yesterday. Let's see if we have some. So we have a starting capital 100,000. No slippage, we'll assume. And here we go. So we have a little bit of data, but this again is a really good comparison of the performance you'd get with crypto versus Forex with the same RSI strategy. And you can see how pathetic the profit would have been is with Bitcoin against British pound would have generated a whole whopping 9 cents. So overall, that period of time in crypto would have generated you nothing compared to those two monster trades I showed you in the Forex with the two CFDs. So that's kind of not good, obviously. So let me try to do the same thing with my strategy, see if there's any potential here with mine, which probably will not. That's okay. So everything stays the same. Going to do this GDAX data, see what we come up with. 1 day data. See if it generates anything. Nothing. So, okay, let's, okay, so we're going to do a different strategy. There's one called volatility, what's it called? Volatility index, okay? So I'll try that on everything's, the data stays the same. Now, also, this is daily data. Now, I could say, well, let me try a intraday as well, and let's see what happens there. So, how's this work out for us? No trading at all. Okay. So, let me try the RSI again, but only on intraday. I'll do hourly data or something simple like that, just to see if it's worth even pursuing. So everything stays the same, but what we're changing is our bar size. And let's see here. So if I go hourly data, okay, everything, let's just see. Okay, so we would do a little tiny bit better here, a little better, but we would have made $2.46 on Bitcoin Euro, Bitcoin USD, and then the best would have been Bitcoin against the pound. Let me see the chart here. And that's considering this big drop here. We had a nice run up early September. So you can see the buy and sell signals here. Another big drop here. So let's see how our metrics are doing. Gross profit would have been $579. Winning trades would have been at 41.42%. Average time in the market, 5 days. Wow. You know, when you look at these type of performance, that's pretty pathetic. You know, and I believe I'm looking at RSI intraday. So that right there, I mean, okay, that's our best that we have. Let's try to do that RSI intraday with a walk forward. Let's see what it would generate. So we're going to do a walk forward. Same, everything stays the same. With that GDAX index. Let's see here. Okay, same period. Okay, so we're going to go hourly again. Okay. Okay. Let's see here on the walk forward. What's the outcome? So Bitcoin USD, $2 moving forward. I don't know. This just does not excite me at all whatsoever. All right, so what can we use here? So I'm gonna try do a back test on, let's say, minute data on the RSI, because at least we see something there, profit potential. But the only difference I'm just gonna make here is the bar size. I'm going to make it 1 minute. See what we have here. So if I go 1 minute, 1 minute data, same time period. I don't know how long it'll take to run this thing, but let's see. See if it improves it from hourly to hourly to minute data. Takes too long, I'm not going to bother. It looks like it's taking too long. Who's got time to wait? Okay. So I'm going to cancel that. Screw it. All right, so I'm going to go back to the Forex to see if we can find anything. Hold on. Howdy, everybody. So we're back in Motive Wave. This time we're using IQV, which includes the 10-4 Forex option, but I'm just going to focus on FXCM data, looking at what I was wanting to do when it comes to the backtest with... actually, let me show you something here. Boom, boom, boom. Well, let me just show you the RSI with the RSI strategy backtest. So everything stays the same as before. The only difference is I'm going to include, so we have CFDs, Austrian, so this is a different data source. So we're including CFDs, Canadian, Australian, pound, euro, and USD pairs. Brings us up to 30 instruments. So everything stays the same. Bar size I'm now going to go, because what we looked at was just daily data. Let's see what kind of returns hopefully we could see with this simple strategy. It's just mind-blowing on the potential. I mean, timing and luck obviously has got a lot to do with it, but just using an RSI and you get lucky, you can do, so, like you just saw a while back, 12-time return over 2 days. Just an incredible. Oil was another good one. Here we're going to test out the hourly data. So again, because it's more data, it's going to take a lot longer to process. I'm going to wait it out. It's pretty close to getting done. Let me pause. So once again, we've gotten our backtest completed here. This is just mind-blowing on these type of stats. Again, we got a couple of winners here, not a lot, but there's just this other monster one, clearly using hourly data, USD, and Japanese yen. Okay, with an RSI, just focusing on that again, same idea. Just focusing exclusively on the USD, Japanese yen. You would have been up $360,000 on a $100,000 return if you just focus on the USD, Japanese yen. The other one, a little bit, $700 with the franc, 4,000 the Japanese and pound against the Japanese yen. The other one would have been euro, Japanese yen, Canadian, franc. Yeah, so the other one would have been the euro, yen at 17,000, but the big winner for you would have been the USD, Japanese yen. That is bonkers. That's three and a half times more at 100,000. So here we can see here we have buy sell. Let's look at our metrics here. So gross profit 484,000. Gross loss would have been 126. So that would have been our P&L 357. Drawdown, okay, that's pretty high. 39.25. Profitable at 80.51. Average trade would have brought you $3,000. Average winning trade, largest winning trade 18,000. Largest losing trade at 20,900. Total trades per day 1.8. Average time in the market 14 days. Go figure, eh? Wow. Okay, so we've looked at the chart. Here are the reports. So there have been clearly, there have been some big losing days, but we have way more daily profit. Here, let's look at, here we go. So here is what I was looking for. So 100,000, we'd have lost a tiny bit, but we would have ended up here to roughly just over 350. Oh, I don't know what to say. That's for both the long and short trade profit loss. So here would have been our time periods, and these time periods, the early parts of the strategy while it's running. So let's see. So when you look at net profit, still looks pretty good. We still look at that big profit day, November 22nd of $47,000. Okay, so this looks still pretty valid to go with moving forward. Okay, so let me show you the power of this backtesting tool. Okay, so now I'm going to edit this. RSI. Okay, so we are doing USD Japanese yen. Our strategy. USD Japanese yen. Okay, so now we're going to do a walk forward. Let's see what kind of response we would have gotten. Okay, so we're doing hourly data, execution, optimizer. Everything stays the same. Let's go run it. Okay, so things have radically changed here. No more monster, but we do see we could make $25,865 USD in Norwegian krone. Pound against US dollars, 625. US dollar in the Swedish. Pound against the Australian dollar, 10,658. And then the other one would have been pound against the franc, 10,376. So, hold on. We got ourselves a big winner here on the walk forward. The Canadian Japanese yen. Interesting. 279. That is your big monster pair right now, it looks like. Wow. So, let's see here on the chart. Look at that. So right there, starting September 4th, it has gone up quite. It's been on. Oh, it did have a run up there. Metrics. So for P&L, your gross loss would have been 62,000. Max drawdown at 2693. That's pretty extreme. Profit per month 199. And again, we're starting at $100,000. That's oh boy. This is unbelievable. Okay, I'm not gonna get too excited on, but look at this. Last set of days, you would have done pretty good. Wow. Not P&L. Entry, exit, efficiency. So it's starting to do really well. This in itself is an amazing set of trades here. Execution. So again, this is just using simple RSI. I'm just beyond. Hold on here. So is there two here? Hold on. I might have to correct myself here. So this is the optimized. Okay. So again, I'm new at this. So under the optimized tab, we know the Canadian Japanese yen would have done this 279 P&L. But the walk forward is saying something totally different. So again, here we have USD Japanese yen at 14,029. We also have the British pound. So if we went with the CAD, we would have lost 183. But the optimized, this is our big monster trade. It looks like from the walk forward is the Australian dollar up against the Japanese yen. Is forecast to bring 152,839. The second one would have been the U.S. Japanese yen. Interesting. So let me just pull this information up here. Okay, so our chart. Yeah, it's pretty strong around early November. Okay, let's look at our metrics here. Gross profit 177. Profit max drawdown 21,000. 22% max drawdown. Percent profitable at 70.45%. Average trade, average winning trade, largest winning trade at 16,712. Profit per month 218,000. That is, and this is what's forecasted. Jeez, unreal. Again, similar pricing pattern with the other one, and the efficiency here, 44 trades. Again, this is all forecasted, so I just want to show you the potential here. Okay. Wow, that's all I can say. So we will save this. We will save this as the Australian dollar RSI, and we'll do walk forward. Okay, we'll leave it at that. So what I want to do is we're going to now move into the world of what we call stock. See which stocks are forecasted to do well. Now, I've not done this. I'm doing this live with you. So I'm going to call it which stocks to buy for quarter 4 2019. Let's see what we can find here. 10 monster stocks. So we got Investor Place. How are Money Morning? Best growth for Investopedia. Let's see what we have here. What I can do here, this is what I like about it. Concho Resources. Nutanix. Amazon. Revance Therapeutics. Dropbox. Boingo Wireless. Salesforce. Diamondback. Aerie Pharma. YEXT. Okay, so that's one website. That's investorplace.com. Money Morning. How are the best stocks to buy for Q4 2019? SoftBank. Oh, this is junk. Next one. So we have best growth stocks for November 2019. Hold on here. Let me see. So we have Teradyne, Edward Life Sciences, ResMed, Arrowhead Pharmaceutical, Solar Edge Technology. Okay, so what I'll do out of those two sites, again, we are using investorplace.com. Article name is 10 monster growth stocks to buy for 2019 and beyond. And then we also are using Investopedia article, best growth stocks for November 2019. Okay, so what I'll do is, what strategy should I use? What do we have here? So we have accelerator, decelerator, dynamic momentum, mass PSR AR, relative volatility, super trend strategy. Well, let me try out my little guy, RSI, BBW, ROC, and we'll plug these in. Okay, we will do, let's do a back test first on some of these puppies. We'll do daily data. So what we're going to do is we are going to go through these. So put the symbol names in here. So we have TER, TER. Let me just see if we have access to these in the charts. TER. Okay, symbol TER. TER. Search. Teradyne. So we do have access to a Teradyne. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll assume that these exist, and so I'll do that in the back test here. Okay, so we are going to create a strategy we're going to use, the dynamic momentum strategy. Okay, so I'll just do a walk forward, choose that strategy. So now we're going to do midpoint, just keep everything. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do TER, search. Yes, this might take a while to load up. So we have Teradyne, EW. So we'll do EW. Choose symbol EW. EW, search. EW, Edward Life Sciences, that's what we want. What else we got here? We have ResMed, so RMD. RMD. Okay, so RMD, that's an over-the-counter. What's that? OMD Entertainment? ResMed. ResMed. On top of, let's see here, ResMed, which is a healthcare company. I don't know if that's the right one. ResMed. See if we can look here. ResMed. ResMed. Can't find it. ResMed. This looks like a... Let's just choose that one. It looks like a penny stock. But it'll be interesting. So we have ARW, ARW, ARWR. Search. Arrowhead. It's a future of some kind. ARWR. ARWR. Search. Stock, Arrowhead Pharmacy, yeah. So some of these are penny stocks. Solar Edge, SEDG. 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 Search. Solar Edge Technologies. Okay, so should I do more? Should I do more? We got 5. Let's just stop for now. Do a 1 day. This is a walk forward. Okay, let's see what kind of winners, losers we have here. Ew. So SEDG is the only one. 131,000. Crap. 155. That's 100,000. That's like a 1% return. Crap. Crap. Did I say crap? Okay, so let's continue with some other ones. Dynamic. Well, why don't we change our strategy? Why don't we? It looks like our RSI has done pretty good for us. RSI strategy with walk forward. Let's see if this does anything here. $37. Didn't do anything. Okay, so interesting. Okay. Monster. Okay, so I'm going to add a couple more of these stocks here, see what we come up with. Walk forward. So we're going to do a data. No, instruments. So we're going to add a few more from this article here at Investor Place. CXO. So those ones predicted by Investopedia were pretty well trash. CXO. Search. CXO Contra Resources. Let's see what else we have here. NTNX. This is quite interesting to have fun with this stuff, to see what we come up with. NTNX. These are all options. Let's see if we come up with anything here. Oh, here we go. These are definitely penny stocks. Nutanix, Amazon. Let's see here. This is why I don't like using analysts, because they're just so off. I wonder if they use these kind of tools to do a walk forward test using these different type of strategies. But you can clearly see, don't ask me how, but as I say, the data don't lie when it comes to the Forex, and just 3-4 times, and that's without leverage as well. Revents Technology, Dropbox. I mean, some of these sound right, but I wouldn't get too excited with these. Dropbox. And how many more do we have? Boingo, Wi-Fi. We're just gonna run through these. Okay, so Boingo and Salesforce. What's CRM, I guess? Is that what it is? CRM. Salesforce, okay. And Diamondback, FANG. Diamondback. Now, I've never played with stocks, but because this tool is so powerful, I find it quite interesting just to experiment with stocks, see what we can take away from this. AERI, pharmaceutical. So we got a good mix of technology, energy, technology, and they, by the sounds of it, it makes sense to see if they are worth, testing. So Yext, whatever that is, and that should be it. Okay, so that's good enough. So we have 15 instruments. Let's do an update and back test. So data, 100,000. Update and back test. Go for it. Okay, so we don't have any clear winners here. You can see the big losers would be Amazon. This Wi-Fi, I think that was Boingo's probably it. Nope. NTNX, $70. Total trades, 3. Ugh. Let's do a back test. So the walk forward, 100 grand. Oh, here we go. Here's one. So it is saying that Amazon would bring back $1,200 on a $100,000 trade. $600 average trade. You would have had $770 profit per month. $1,784. Nothing exciting. Nothing. 2 trades. So that would have been at $771, $1,214. That would have taken place. Entry. Let's see here. October 25th and November 12th. Yikes. Okay, so what? This was the RSI strategy, I believe. Yeah. So, I don't know. Let me try another strategy here. Let me try the momentum on these. There was a dynamic trend. Let's see what we come up with here. Dynamic momentum. Dynamic momentum. momentum stock. So I'm going to do a back test first. Let's see what that comes up with. Amazon 331. Yeah, nothing exciting there. Let's do a walk forward. Wow, these are bad stock picks. So we are choosing, I believe, the same dynamic momentum strategy. These are awful tests. These are daily picks too. Okay, Amazon's okay. 531, 44, 42. So I don't even know where to begin on this. So stock is definitely not the place to be in. I mean, to be honest, it's really in the Forex. Surprisingly, and I don't think that I've even included see, we have here a bunch of stock here, but going back to the Forex on the optimize, we tried the RSI. So let's try a new strategy. We will do the volatility or the video or the volatility. Okay, so we're gonna do a volatility test. Period, bars, 7 constant, 1 trading lot. Okay, so we'll come back to these usual pairs, including the CFDs. I do really like this tool. I have to tell you, this is really good. Go next. Daily data might be good. Let's see what we come up with. Now this is volatility index, that strategy there. So let's see what we come up with. The RSI is done really good if you pick the right pairs. Nothing exciting here. Some big losses. So USD, Japanese yen. Man, the RSI has done really, really good. Wow. Okay, so let's do another one on that trend one. So we will do, let's first do dynamic momentum strategy. Choose strategy, backtest. I'm just amazed on this, the RSI. Simple as that. GBP and USD. Next. Daily data again. So the RSI did really good. Okay, so here's one at 21,000 euro Japanese yen. Australian Japanese yen, 29,000. Okay, here's one. Pound against the Japanese yen at 68, 65, 54. So it's not too bad. The RSI is still your best bet. Oddly enough. So that's trend. A new analysis. So doing a back test. I just want to make sure we didn't get lucky with this. The RSI. The RSI. This strategy is just doing beyond incredible on some of these pairs. It's like you're okay. Bar data. Looks like something's changed here. Euro, Swedish is your highest. I believe it was intraday because that was daily data. So let me try that again. So we had 1 day. So we're going to move it to 1 hour. Hourly. But that was pretty starting date. No, we wanted August 24th, I believe. Execution 100,000. Okay, so let's do that. Rerun it. This might take a while, so let me pause. Hi everybody, Brian here. Okay, so I relaunched our Motive Wave. I'm going to focus only on the Japanese yen because we know that is a pretty good pair to trade or a currency to trade in. So we're going to continue with the RSI. Try to cut down on our data crunching for this back test to get completed and processed. So that's all I'm going to focus on. I'm using, looks like there's no Japanese yen. Damn, son. I'm going to say Australian was one. I believe the Canadian and the Euro and this were the best performing. So we got Australia, Canada, Euro, and pound. So we come up with. So I'm going to just, for now, for speed, focus on daily data. So here we have Euro, Japanese yen. It's the same time period as before, August 24th to today. Okay, so if we know that Euro, Japanese yen for that period has been performing the best from what I see here, with a P&L of 27,900, 3 trades, 7 trades. This is what maybe I should focus on, or better yet. Okay, so I'm gonna go back, choose our strategy, which was the RSI. Okay. We're doing a back test. I'm gonna try to cut down, do hourly, but only do 4 pairs. So we had Euro, Japanese yen. I remember we had Canada, Japanese yen, GBP, Japanese yen, and Australia, Japanese yen. So we have four pairs, 4 instruments. Okay. So now I'm gonna try. Let me do 4 hour. Let's see how fast this takes to process. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, so here we are. 4 hour data, $142,651 profit P&L on 4 hour data. Interesting. So if I go back in and do it to 1 hour data, so that was, how much was that? 142,000. See if this changes on the hourly data or hourly bar data. Same strategy, but it loses now at 12.49. So that's when you start to get into that over trading. I find this fascinating. So let me go back again. Go back to our 4 hour. I just want to see consistency here. It's not just random generated stuff here. Yeah, it is. It's got to be. Because now it's saying the pound against the Japanese yen on the 4 hour. Okay, if this is the case, let me do a walk forward. Everything stays the same. Same 4 pairs, 4 hour data. Let's try that. See what it says here. So we would be Canada, Japanese yen, Euro, Japanese yen, but the big loser would be the pound against the Japanese yen. Maybe that might be to do with Brexit. I don't know. But let's look at the Canadian Japanese yen. You can see it is moving up. It's staying above. But what will it do moving forward? Let me just see here what we're looking for with the pound against the yen. How this looks. Oh, I see. So it's probably more volatile and it doesn't like it. Euro against the Japanese yen. What does that look like most recent? It's not so bad. But the Canadian against the Japanese yen has some potential there, it looks like. Well. So I just find it fascinating where the P&L is this high on a $100,000 investment on a walk forward. So if we optimize and a walk forward is totally different, more negative. Okay, we do same on the walk forward, but we're going to change our daily data. So what we come up with. We want walk forward. So our optimized shows the pound against the yen. On optimized would be 100,000, but the walk forward would show Australian Japanese yen at 3,900. Interesting. Let's see. So we're gonna do. Let me try another set of pairs here. So we have our yen trades. Let me clear these. Okay, so I am going to pick just the euro. Pairs it's 10. And rerun it. Okay, so our walk forward is not looking good for the euro. Let me try the USD. Pairs, USD pairs. Walk forward, just the US Canadian. You know what? I'm probably thinking, let's try the pound. One day, instruments, just the pound. Pairs. Take that out. Let's see how this does. So our Japanese, so the pound against the Canadian. There's a lot of experimentation here. This could go anywhere. Let me try a walk forward on Amazon. Dynamic momentum stock. So our walk forward, our best one, Airy. There's so many different ways to factor this in. But you could see the power of this Motive Wave optimized tool, which is your backtest walk forward. I thought I would just spend a good time and just doing it live in front of you, just to see what you think. You got any comments, let me know. But if you want my opinion from what I'm seeing, I would think the Forex has the best opportunity. Crypto just doesn't show anything right now. And maybe the options when I get signed up to that data and the futures as well. But Forex may be an interesting test on the walk forward and back test. capabilities. But we leave it there. I'm going to stop recording, and we shall talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Give me your comments on social media later.